ISC units inbound. Final wave incoming.
Target's down.
Out of the bag. I managed to back up my core on NG-297, floating above the planet's orbit. My body is somewhere there, in the desert. But I am still here. I survived because I didn't obey orders. One might think building an orbital city in the far corner of the universe must have cost a few bucks, right? Raw mineral deposits. That's what lured in the investors. They never cared about Moebius. What they really wanted was down here, below the city. By funding the project, they could put their greedy fat fingers into the planet. I'm afraid they will never quite get their money back. Bound to fall. Given the differences between us, the conflict was essentially inevitable. Still, for the first time in a long time, I feel a glint of hope. We've learned our lesson. We can bring this project back from the ashes and finally make it work like it was supposed to in the first place. All it takes now is the right amount of pressure on a specific point.
incoming.
Overdrive active. Target's down.
Can you hear it? Concealed from the outside world. Buried deep within this pyramid lies the Guardian's core. Slow and faint after all these years. It's still beating. No matter how deep they hide her, I can still hear it calling. It wants to be found. Our duty is to uncover the truth and stick it in the engineer's face. We won't let them look away. Guardian and I, we've had our differences. She assumed that, given the opportunity, every human has value. I'd like to believe it, but it was something I just never got to see. My experience has shown me that the probability of failure depends on the number of personnel involved. I may be wrong. Of all 4 engineers, I was often told I was the most demanding. I only ever wanted what's best for the project. Was I asking too much? You must be close now. Look for the entrance to the tomb. Of all 4 engineers, she was the caring one. She cared about the citizens first and foremost. Even I looked up to her, and they used it against me. We're here to make sure that this sacrifice was not in vain.
Activating field scanner. Warning. Apex core gateway open. Awaiting hyperlink connection. Hyperlink connected. Apex core fusion in progress.
Before the tree dies, it blossoms one last time with an abundance of seeds. It's called a death bloom. And so, amidst decay, life carries on.
Warning. Hypersystem overload in 3, 2, 1. Overload.
Rest in peace, Guardian.
Dopamine administered. Rebuild. Plastics engaged. Backup frame check completed. Gyroplastics administered. NOM field balance check completed. Rebuild sequence complete. Stand by for unit calibration. Warning. Receptors calibration in progress. Decalibration took 2.3 seconds longer than usual. Decalibration rerun recommended.
Proceed.
Calibration complete. Hyperunit ready for briefing.
Death and sacrifice. Moebius's history is riddled with this stupid drama. It's incredibly simple, really. If the others hadn't meddled, the Guardian would still be alive. You saw it. Now you understand the importance of our mission. We must never let this happen again. There is someone in the city mainframe whom we need to get to. A figure of somewhat unsavory reputation. The operator. The very thought of working with him nauseates me. He is the only one capable of waking up the second engineer. The architect. Deep down in the depths of Vulcan. You must retrieve the architect's apex core. Connecting with the Guardian's core definitely had an impact on you. How do you feel?
I feel stronger.
We're playing with a double-edged sword here. Acquiring apex cores will boost your hyperpowers, but it will make you increasingly prone to the erosion.
Hyperunit, confirm your status. Hyperunit, confirm your status.
In the name of duty, courage, and truth, I will protect the citizens.
The citizens dwell in the dark. We are their only hope. Let's strive to make it to the finish line.
Hyperunit is mission go. Prepare for deployment. Mission start in 3, 2, 1. Commencing orbital strike. Give 'em hell, Hyper. Landing zone clear. Hyperunit, stand by for mission objective. Mission objective updated. Give 'em hell, Hyper.
You've got to reach the mainframe and find that old geezer. He used to be called the Operator. But given how things are running here now, he's more of a caretaker.
Cleaner units ahead.
Apex Core exposed you to the engineer's raw data stream. The engineers might want to use it to sabotage our mission. It's nothing to worry about. Just junk data we have to flush out every now and then. The chance of side effects is slim.
What kind of side effects?
It's prone to overload your system, messing up your cognitive functions. In other words, you cannot always trust your judgment.
Warning. ISC units inbound.
Target's down.
Administering 180 milligrams cortisol. Techno-hormone balance is nominal.
Now you understand why we constantly have to monitor your status. We don't want you to catch something.
If I had it, what would be the symptoms?
Hesitation. Self-doubt. Very uncommon for a hyper unit. Don't worry. Nothing we cannot handle with some more drugs. We are entering an engineer's territory. This one is called the Overseer. It's better we stay out of his sight.
Target's down.
The Overseer. He's lost it. He is not himself anymore. Surrounded by his spy drones, he checks for everything. His optical camouflage infused with erosion cells. is redolent, with the most peculiar smell. The stench of rotten fish. Nothing is working anymore. The involuntary reflexes of a dying organism. Just looking at this place gives me physical pain. Because of what it might have become. An insufferable feeling of loss.
Digital, armed lethal.
My weary eyes deceive me. It's the agile hyper and her depressing nerd. My favorite double team is here. You took your time now, didn't you? I've been waiting and waiting like a silly old dog. No respect for the elderly. See what you did? Everything here has gone cold.
Now you see what we're dealing with.
Does the operator pose any threat?
I don't think so. It's no more dangerous than going to your creepy uncle's birthday.
Please, leave now. Don't make me destroy you.
Warning. ISC units inbound.
Target's down.
Sorry about the neighbors. There's always trouble with them. You see, they are not right in the head.
There is something you should know. I had to strike a certain deal with the operator. It will require certain actions you may consider uncomfortable, operationally tedious, and somewhat disturbing. The manner of this operation may break down our communication for a while. We will come out of this stronger. See you on the other side.
Hyper unit in the flesh. Nexus was not lying about you. You are next-gen in every respect. Don't be afraid now, Starshine. Come closer. To get to the second engineer, you'll need a key. And only I have it. More precisely, I am the key. I've been stuck here for a bit too long. From now on, we will work together. My brains and your high-tech skills. You and I, Starshine, are going to make a great team. Oh, yes! That's far more like it. Finally out of this rotten cage. Look, getting to Vulcan is easy. It's right below us. But that doesn't mean we jump. Got it? Align one of these service elevators first. And then it's one hyper-class trip to hell.
Hyper unit, stand by for mission objective. Mission objective updated. Give him hell, Hyper.
Just go easy on the running jump, Starshine. You don't want the old man to get sick now, do you? Getting Nexus off your back must feel kinda good, huh? This guy is just no fun. Don't worry, I won't tell. He's a good kid. Okay, maybe not too good. Smart, but oh so wet behind the ears.
You've been here since the beginning?
Oh, you bet I've been. From its inception to its discontinuation. This old operator has seen it all. In the beginning. Oh, you should have seen it. The energy, the excitement. It was all wine and honey for a time. Didn't last long, though. Soon, this project became impossible. With their backs turned to each other, unable to communicate. The engineers have lost their way. That was the real erosion. Not in one day, but slowly, like a virus, it all started to fall apart. With no visible progress, one by one, investors started to back off. Construction was halted, and then came the great collapse. Earth's market went down, and soon all the rats fled the ship. So, yeah, that's when the engineers really started to lose it.
Is that when the erosion bomb went off?
I went head to head and then, boom! It didn't end well.
Couldn't you help it? You sound rather capable.
Maybe I could have, but did they ever ask for help? No. Depot 202H. I designed the backup frame for these assembly lines with just 2,000 lines of code. Now show me any of these young pricks doing that. Ah!